here Chronicles, and I am here to talk about certain stuff that I experienced at certain times with being mixed. Sometimes I don't really like, well, I'm technically not mixed, but because when you're mixed, you usually mix race, not mix race and ethnicity. But there's certain things I don't like about being ethnic- ethnicity wise with Hispanic or Salvadorian, because certain times when you're talking to somebody, um, I hate the experience of knowing Spanish and hearing some of the stuff that they say. For example, right now, um, I was like scanning a customer, and one of the customers was like, "Oh, your hair is pretty, this and that." She was Hispanic, and she was talking about it looks nice. And then the other lady behind her was Hispanic too, or Latino, however you want to place it. She was Latino too, and she all of a sudden said something about it's just volume. They don't have hair, and I'm like, what? Like, who says that? Like my hair is volume that I don't have hair, like. And then the other lady was like, well, I wanted to say something, but then the other lady kind of like backed it up and said, well, it looks to me like she has a lot of hair. And it's stuff like this that I have to experience all the time. Sometimes I wish I didn't speak Spanish. Sometimes, like, I'd rather hang around with Chicano Spanish because they're used to being around black people and stuff like that. So they know what to say around black people. So I rather hang around with Americanized Hispanics than Hispanics that come from over there, because even them Hispanics, they treat the darker Hispanics like crap. They treat the dark Hispanics, Afro Latinos like crap. They treat them like less than. And sometimes you have to hear this stuff, and it's kind of like disrespectful, and it's annoying at times. So like, if I didn't know Spanish, I wouldn't know this stuff. That's why a lot of people that be like, oh, Hispanic people are really cool people. I'm like, well, sometimes they are. I feel like Chicanos are really nice people, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they could just be as bad as white people. And I really don't experience racism from white people as much as I experience from Hispanics. But that's because I'm surrounded with more Hispanics than I am surrounded by white people. So it's just like sometimes they could just be as bad or worse than some certain remarks that white people say. And the worst part about them is that they hide it in their Spanish. White people are racist, but they'll tell you in English how they feel about you. And it's kind of like, it's like you could address it more being non-Hispanic. Like, if a black person is being talked about in Spanish in a racist way, a black person is not going to understand it. An African person is not going to understand it. Somebody that doesn't speak English is not going to understand it. But like, if if a white person says something racist, you gonna understand because y'all speak English. Y'all both speak English. Y'all gonna understand each other. So I just feel like, sometimes we need to be respectful of other people, and who they are, what color they are, and sometimes you just can't be saying whatever you feel you want to say, because I could say some certain stuff about certain people, but I choose not to, because that's the respectful way of dealing with stuff. It's like, I could have said more when that lady said that kind of stuff. I could have went and said, she's bald. They probably heard that from her, because she was talking about her grandkids. Her grandkids have hair like mine, and it looks like I have a lot of hair because it's supposed to be voluminous, and once the volume is out, they don't have hair. And I was looking at her hair, and her hair was thin. And I was like, are you sure your grandbabies didn't inherit that from you? Because your hair is pretty thin. And I could see little scalp in between there. So her hair is pretty thin. But I'm not about to get into that with people. They feel like what they need to say is, what they need to say. And sometimes it's better just to be quiet and shut up. Plain and simple. Because you're going to say something that you might think is not disrespectful, but for somebody else it is. It really is. Because for you to say that they don't have hair, it's like, what is all of this? What is all of this? Like, this ain't no hair. Only you saying only because its volume is that I don't have hair. So I just feel like some people just need to be quiet at times and don't say too much about other people and their races and what you feel like because somebody else that's this. Because sometimes people feel too comfortable to say certain stuff because, oh, I have a friend that's black, or oh, I have a friend, or I'm married to a black person, so I could say this, or I have a boyfriend that's black, or I have a girlfriend that's black, so I could say this about it. I'm like, no, just better just to be quiet, don't talk about it. The only reason why I talk about, me and my experience with Hispanics is because I'm Hispanic, okay? I'm black, my race is black, my ethnicity is Salvadorian. So I could speak on these topics. But these people, they think because they know somebody or, they have grandbabies, they got family members that are black or, have black, they could just be talking at the mouth. I'm like, no, you can't be doing all of that. Just be cool, Just be cool, be quiet. And I actually, I commend the lady that said, no, she looks like she has thick hair. And, left it at that. And I commend her, because there are some people that are out there that are not, racist. And I'm not going to say every, Hispanic person is racist, no. But y'all do have certain tendencies to say certain things that don't need to be said. And it's like, if we say something, y'all going to get extra mad. So I feel like it's better for us not to say stuff about each other. Unless you're technically that race or, you're part of that race or you're, like me, for example. I'm part of that race. I can say what I see and what I experience as who I am. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell and leave a comment down below if you ever experience, something that just hinders or, it kind of attacks your race or ethnicity. And let's just get a conversation started, because I know everybody experienced something. Everybody experienced something, because I know Hispanics that experience something from a black person. I know whites that experience stuff from everybody else. I know blacks that experience stuff from whites and Hispanics and Indians and and Asians. Cause sometimes I feel like blacks get more racism thrown towards at them than any other race, because it's kind of like everybody is kind of like against them because of their skin color. So sometimes I am going to defend my black side more than any race, because I feel like we are less defended than other people. And then sometimes we as black people, we also defend other people that are not even going to defend us when it comes time for it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. And y'all have a nice day or night or whenever you watch this. And peace.